We are in the Basecamp 16 NB REI version. So this is the REI version, which is a special edition version of the Basecamp 16. So the Basecamp 16 features that are going to change. There are going to be some color changes for the REI, some great badging up here in the woodwork. But basically, it's going to be a special edition. So if you want this one, you got to get it while it's still in production. The Basecamp 16 floor plan has been around for a while, so lots of folks have already seen that. Not many huge changes that I'm able to pick up from this, without a doubt. Well, let's just run through it. For those of you who've maybe not seen this before, your kitchen or galley area is in a great spot. You got this great bank of windows up front here, so you can see everything that's going on out in the outside world while you're up here cooking. And I love to cook, so there's a lot of appeal to this for me. You have these great bungees that hold your cupboard area is closed, and there's storage. Every inch that they can figure out where to stuff a little compartment, they did. You have your sink here with a nice cutting board fill in. It is a round, feels like could be stainless steel. It doesn't feel like aluminum to me. It's got a water filtration system here, and your traditional hot and cold setup on that side as well. There's a power station tucked up in there with 10 volt, 110, and also USB ports. Your cooktop is dead center here. It is Suburban with an igniter. Not the biggest fan of these round grates, but these look like they're pretty substantial, so that should work out pretty well. Your fridge is down here. It's going to be a 12 volt fridge with a compartment here for your freezer. Not huge, but more than enough for a great adventure on the weekend. Again, more cabinet space here tucked in. Hold everything in place with these great bungees. And again, this is the REI version, so these are the REI colors that you're dealing with your bungee and everything else. So again, more space. I would not get a microwave personally if I had an option, but this would be a storage if you didn't get the microwave. But it is an option. You can get the microwave up here in the front, and it is a contour cooking microwave. It is not a convection microwave, so traditional. There is more storage and a bin down here, which I think is really super cool. So the storage underneath there comes with a bin or a platform underneath, so if you're putting boots, dirty gear, things like that, you can put it on and then slide it back up there out of the way, which I think is really super cool. You have some nice bungees right here by the door when you have your lights to turn on and off all of your things, key hooks, and a padded, this is important for me because I do this often, I bunk my head on things, so this padded area right here is super cool. So I've just barely, but if I could, I would be banging my head on that. This version is definitely, I would need air conditioning, but it's an option. If you don't need it or don't want it, you don't have to get air conditioning in your base camps, but I would definitely get that. And it gives you also the option of having a heat strip or a heat pump in there to give you a little bit extra. But this does have a Suburban heater as well. So this is your wet bath setup in here. You have a nice rack, towel rack. You have a pop-up fan so you can go ahead and vent out all that steam. Handheld rack, again, so if you have some wet gear, you can hang there, some hooks. I like the controls being down at the bottom. No sink in here, which I'm perfectly good with because it's kind of small, and I don't necessarily know that I would want a sink in my bathroom when it's this small. It's a ceramic foot flush toilet. So definitely a good option in there for a comfortable spot to do what you got to do, and a curtain that does cover over this, so when you are showering it keeps a limited amount of moisture coming out. It is vented over top so you can keep some of that steam down. Part of the REI is that concrete look on the wall back there. Again, just pretty much aesthetics, so I think really cool aspect on that. Nice secure latch. I like that curved round end, and again, REI colors. Coming back here, if I had a complaint about the base camps, my biggest complaint is I don't think there's enough windows that open. The only windows that open on the base camp, whether it's a 16 or a 20, again, are tucked back here. And those windows are basically just vent windows like so. So that is the amount of window that opens in this camper. Now granted, yes, you have a big door in the back that you can open, and you have a door where you come in and out, and they can all be used for ventilation, but I would want a little bit more in there. Now it does have a cover to cover over this area, and it does also have blackout shades or blackout curtains. So these blackout curtains pull up and they zipper on the side, so you can black out when you need to go to bed and cut down on that. And they are screened in very well. I love the screen. You have all these overhead areas in here. This has this area right here specifically is storage. This one is designed to hold the tabletops and the slats for back here. So that has a pocket right here. You slide them out, but above that you can put gear storage in your overhead racks, and there are several of those for all your adventure gear in the wild there. You have, I believe you get an REI cooler when you get the REI version. Under the side here, you have lift up here, and you have an ample amount of storage for both the legs for your tabletop, your sleeping area, and additional gear, which is really cool. Like I said, I spoke about the air conditioning. That's definitely a must. This side is going to be all mechanicals underneath, so that's where you're going to find all your mechanical aspects. On the wall behind you here, you'll see where you have that. You're going to have your C-Tank 2 monitoring for your battery, fresh and black. There is no gray tank on the Basecamp series. This Basecamp series, everything's going to go into the black tank. So one tank for both ways, and it has to be labeled black. It can't, you can't call it a gray tank if black mixed in there, so it has to just be a large black tank. That's there. So here's your thermostat and suburban furnace. So it does not only has a heat pump in the air conditioning unit, it has its own individual heat source for heating the unit itself, and the tanks are enclosed and heat circulates around them, so it extends out that camping season just a bit, which is a must because most people who are interested in this type of camper are going to be adventurous, maybe snowboarders, skiers, mountain bikers, and they don't want to just do it in the summer. So you have this access port that comes in from the back, which is really, really cool. So your mountain bikes, your kayaks, you have D-rings right here on the side, so you can strap down your cargo. And the flooring in here is a great industrial, like rubberized flooring, so you don't have to worry about it getting all messed up with a little bit of dirt. 1, 2, 3, wipe that thing up, no worries. Gives you that great adventure kind of feel. So this is a great adventure camper. Small, big enough, because back here you have options. Your bed options come as such. You can convert this whole back area into a giant sleeping area by putting the short legs of the table in, putting a tabletop. These pieces over here on this side fold out, and they would lay on top of the short tabletop, and then the cushions come out of here, and you would take this cushion down and it would go into this space. You can do one side, you can do both sides. As you can see, it goes the whole length back here. One side, both sides, whatever you prefer. Your option, no worries. Would be whatever you prefer to do. Comparisons between the 16 and the 20 are kind of night and day. In the 16, you're going to have a front kitchen, and you're going to have all of the rest of your dining and seating and sleeping areas to the rear. In the 20, you have a front dinette, full front dinette, side kitchen, side bath, and rear area. We did a full video walkthrough of that when we were at the Tampa RV show, so you can go ahead and check that out on our channel, Love and Life Hitched Up.
We hope you enjoyed our tour for the 2022 Hershey RV show.
Try to bring you some good stuff, and remember, if you like those videos, go ahead and give them a thumbs up. Make sure you leave comments down below, hit that bell icon, notification, so you know when our next video comes out. And remember,
when you're out there living life,
do it hitched up.